Sex. Hey guys, it's Wednesdays with Chasey Poo. I always look there. So my light isn't working here and it's making me angry, and I thought that I haven't done like an intro where I'm like dancing or celebrating or let's talk about sex, baby. I don't know, I haven't been feeling up to it, but I don't know, I thought I'd show you my sexuality book. And I have so much more because all my classes are related to sex and gender. Therefore, this week's topic is sexuality. Therefore, I keep saying therefore like I'm writing an essay. Bitch, please, I finished school today. Well, yesterday. I'm done. Alright, so basically, sexuality. How about how I identify? Let's do that. Well, I identify myself as queer, pansexual, gender, fuck you. I don't know, really. I mean, my sexuality doesn't matter. It used to bother me a lot when I was like, I'm bisexual, I'm 12 years old, and stuff like that when I was older and figured out my lesbianism. But my sexuality is fluid, I guess. I mean, I would sleep with men, and I have, and I would sleep with women and sleep with trans people and just everybody, whatever. That makes me sound like a slut, and I like it. But, I mean, I don't think labeling my sexuality now has any point. I mean, sure, let's just say I'm queer. Like, really? Like, who cares? Really? Let's just say whatever. How about that? I really don't know how to relate this to trans. I mean, it did change for me when I don't know, I keep moving. I'm just really tired. It changed for me when I realized I was trans. I was like, it's a weird switch, honestly, from being like complete lesbian butch to like, oh, I'm a straight man now. It's a mindfuck. Like, of course, it's when you start to pass, like, in your mind, you have to get used to being like if you have like a girlfriend, I'm just talking, of course, lesbian, straight men right now. Of course, there's different variations, but I mean, I came like from a lesbian relationship while I was transitioning, so the whole I'm a lesbian and then I'm turning into a straight guy, like, really, like, felt weird for me, and it didn't feel right. Then when I was single and passing, that's when this stuff became weirder, because then I was able to really identify myself as a straight male with no, like, personal back lesbians. There was no one attached to me that was gay, right? And then it was really weird to have like people just assume right off the bat that I was just straight, because of course when I was like beginning my transition, I was like, I have to abide by the stereotypical male, you know, aspire to be a hegemonic, you know, masculinity that is in our society, and you know, my shoulders and like my head, and just like, oh yeah, totally, you know, like being all dude-ish according to society, which is bullshit. But then I went into a relationship with another lesbian, and that was weird to still identify as a straight male and then be with a lesbian. But then I started feeling more like my old lesbian self, I feel. And I mean, I think that really helped me, because then I made that video in June where I talk about my like stopping tea and really feeling into my lesbian identity, but like as a lesbian trans guy, which is a mindfuck for a lot of people, and I have retired that label, I guess. I'm so sick of these labels, but whatever. And basically, since I've like stopped tea and felt like more in touch with myself, there's no point in labeling me. Really, there is no point in labeling who I want to fuck, who I love, who I sleep with, who I just said that, who I want to fall in love with for the rest of my life. Like, no. There's no point at all in labeling that anymore, because it changes for me all the time. So why label something that'll change, right? All this shit is socially constructed anyways, and I just want to disassociate myself with anything that is socially constructed, which is impossible. But anyways, basically my identity now, since I am feeling more, I feel like I'm like moving my spirit fingers a lot, like just now, since I've stopped tea and I talked about feeling like in tune with my emotions and like really feeling like myself lately, and it really feels good to just be me. And I just tap into that no identity, queer identity, like just go fuck yourself identity, you know? Like, don't label me, don't assume I'm gay just because I look manly, but I like move my arms all the time and I knit. Because men knit. I don't feel like anybody needs to validate my identity. I mean, I get hate a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I just got like 4 messages today on Tumblr of hate. It was so good. Somebody knows my birth name on Tumblr. I have no idea how you got that, Anon, but thank you. Really, really feels good. Thanks. I don't need anybody to validate my identity. It's how I feel inside. Also, my lover identifies as queer as well. So I guess I don't know, it doesn't make it easier. Just, there's no point in labeling in my mind right now, to me. I mean, like, I'm with somebody and I'm happy with myself, with my gender identity and my sexuality and sexuality. I don't know why I had to say it like that. But sexuality isn't easy for everybody. I mean, people really struggle with that. In terms of like sexual orientation and stuff. I mean, some people, you know, It Gets Better campaign and stuff like that. People like really struggle, and there's a lot of bullying, and you know, like I just said, I got bullied. I get bullied all the time. Like, I just get all these messages all the time, and like I get messages where people say they love me and stuff like that, and that feels good. But like, why does my sexuality and my personal way of thinking affect you in any way? Like I've said before, can we just, like, all us, like, queer trans people that are nice? Because I know that the people who are hating on me are trans, which is great. You know how I feel about inner community hate. It's the best. You know, can all us nice, queer, trans, lesbian, straight allies, just all the nice people who are, like, socially aware and, like, don't give a shit about anything. Just like, let's all move onto an island and just be cool. Like, nobody has to bind. They don't have to bind if you don't want to. You can be naked. Nobody gives a shit. Nothing is socially constructed. Everybody is whoever. Okay, let's all move there. Then sexuality don't matter no more. This is obviously a topic that I study in school. I'm actually going to be doing my master's in this topic, so it's a very, very, very interesting topic that I could talk about for hours, but it's been 8 minutes and 43 seconds, of course, and therefore I will stop talking about this before it gets too long. On a good note, I will update my channel, but I did want to say here, I am officially finished school, therefore I will be returning to my Xbox. I will be returning to my Call of Duty, which I know is so weird because, like, I'm like the most, like, I don't hurt anybody, but then I go and play Call of Duty, like, it relieves my stress. I hate society, and that helps me with my stress. As you can tell, society sucks. We're moving on an island, alright? Alright, perfect. I hope you guys have a great week, and as you can see, I'm very happy because school is over. But I miss school already. I don't know why I'm keep talking. It's like 20 minutes. Not really, I'm exaggerating. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next week. Stay sexy. Should I start saying that at the end of my videos? Make you feel better? It should.